My name's Andre, I'm 19 years old, and just a quick little disclaimer before you guys watch the video, before we get into it. I am by no means successful by most people's standards. I'm not rich. I haven't accomplished much in my life, but I do plan on it. And I feel like I've spent a lot of time reading books and studying very successful people like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, and athletes as well, Kobe Bryant, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali. These guys are great, and the thing I feel like these guys all have the same type of perspective on how the world works and how success works and how achievement works. So I've done a lot of studying, and I've created this own little map in my mind on how to succeed. And I firmly believe that it all starts in your head and in the way you see the world. And this video is simply how I see the world, my own kind of thoughts towards how things work. And I invite anyone with their own opinions and their own speculations on my insights that you're going to kind of see in the video, because I appreciate those. It gives me a different way of looking at things. The two topics that we're going to cover in regards to mindset is visualizations along with personal responsibility and a no excuse culture. And the reason these go along so well together is because you need one to have the other. Visualizations are a great thing to believe that you're going to be successful, to believe that you already are successful before it necessarily happened. Those are great, but the misconception is people think that's it, that you just have to believe it and that's it. But where the two go hand in hand is you need the personal responsibility, you need the no excuse culture to kind of put yourself in a position to make that ultimate dream a reality and make it come to fruition. Because it's not just going to happen by you wishing it happens. You need to be prepared. And like Conor McGregor says, it's a beautiful thing when preparation meets opportunity. And you need to be prepared. You need the tools. So like I said, it's great. It is a very good thing, as you'll see, to have visualizations, to believe that you're going to be successful. But you need that backup plan. You need to make it happen for yourself. You need to take personal responsibility and make these things happen through strong work ethic, through confidence, and ultimately through a drive and motivation to do whatever it is that you're passionate about. But if you take anything away from this, dream, have big aspirations, but don't let those be hollow. Work for it. Make it happen. Take personal responsibility and make that happen. So, let's just get right into it.
You have a clear, if you have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what, then nothing can stop it. It is destined to happen, and that's what happens. It's perfect.
Visions of better. I've always visualized better, and in times of struggle, like driving down in a banger of a car that I had to push start, I'd be still driving a soft top Bentley around beautiful California in my head, and lo and behold, now I am driving a beautiful soft top Bentley around California. So I always visualized good things. I always visualized victory, success, abundance. I visualized it all, and it's all happening.
Conor McGregor, his goal, his visualization at the time was to drive a Bentley. So, that can be compared to whatever aspirations, whatever barriers or goals you have in your life at the moment, right? And everything before that, everything to get into that point until it becomes reality, that's the path. Those are the obstacles you have to overcome. Now, this all ties into mindset. That ultimate goal, the law of attraction kind of overlaying everything, can happen, and it will happen. But what it comes down to is the choices you're making on a smaller scale. It's every choice, every obstacle that you have beforehand that you have to seize, right? Because you're always getting thrown opportunities. It's the mindset you have in place to respond to those opportunities. That's what's going to determine if you're driving that Bentley or not.
Has been more mentally tough in this game than you are. How do you put mind over injury and over body?
It's not about excuses. You got a job to do. You got to go out there and do it. You have to be effective or find a way to be effective and not make excuses, but just man up and play.
You took the fourth quarter off with a big lead. You have 2 days off. You're going to close them out in 6?
That's the plan.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I had injuries also going into this fight. And if he would have came out victorious, the only thing I could have got up here and said, you know what? I gotta show respect and just say he was the better man if he beat me. Both of my arms was injured, both of my hands was injured. But like I said before, I will always find a way to win.
One of the things that's going to come up on your way to achieving your ultimate goals is excuses, obviously, like we've been talking about. Now, you're going to lose in life. You're going to lose some battles. And what matters is how you respond to them. Now, you can choose, obviously, like Mayweather was talking about in regards to Pacquiao. He chose to take the route of making excuses, putting the blame somewhere else, and how he ultimately thought that he would have won the fight, but it was for external circumstances that he didn't, right? Now that in itself, that way of thinking is flawed. I mean, you could blame your coach, you could blame teammates, the referees for your personal loss, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's how you take responsibility, it's how you react to those losses that's gonna determine your future.
Yeah, I don't just knock them out. I picked around, John. Yeah, I said this. I'm sure you are probably all thinking in your head, this guy is talking absolute dribble. He's not going to do what he says he's going to do. You are probably all sitting there thinking that. But now here we are again, and I done what I said I was going to do. I feed off this. I love this stuff. This is what gives me energy. Saying I'm going to do something. Putting it out there for the world to see. And then going out and doing it. There's no better feeling in the world than that. And it's as easy as that. Say what you're going to do and go and do it.
A friend of mine told me today after the game that I guess you have to go through a lot of nightmares before you finally, accomplish your dream. And that's what's going on individually for myself right now.
The Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest. So starting at the age of 2, when I first started playing the game, and on and on and on, I always ask questions. I always try to get better every single day.
I found Kobe's Mamba mentality super interesting because he states that to get better at basketball, it's about learning a little bit every day. That's the mindset it takes to just become a little bit better every single day. And ultimately, when that's compounded over time, it'll make a big difference. And that's when you start to see results. So I think it was interesting because that's how I feel about life. To get where you want to be, it's not one big victory that it's going to get you there, right? It's the small victories. It's a small minute by minute learning and taking advantage of every tiny opportunity, which in the long run creates success. It's all about long term. Just getting a little bit better, 1% better every day, and compounded over time. That's where the magic happens. What's up, guys? So I had a lot of fun making and editing this video. So I mean, every like, every subscribe, that stuff's huge for me and Daniel. Actually, the other day, Daniel texted me saying we made it to 84, and I was like super stoked. So I mean, literally every subscriber is huge. So I mean, if you haven't, give us a subscribe. We're uploading weekly. But what I wanted to say, a quick recap of the whole video. The law of attraction, visualization, it's a great thing. It can be very, very powerful. But if it's not coupled with a grind, with tangible effort, with motivation, it's nothing. It's just like you can't just put something out there and expect the universe to take care of it. The idea is that if you put it out there, it's out there for everyone to see, and then you have to act on it. You have to make it happen for yourself. And so, I mean, the bridge I kind of tried to create is I have these guys like Kobe Bryant, Conor McGregor. These guys are kind of talking about how they see things panning out for them, which is, in their case, they're the greatest of the sports. But it doesn't end there. These are the same guys that grind day in and day out, and they're putting in twice as hard effort, both physically and mentally. You know, it doesn't stop at the dreaming, at the goals. It takes a conscious effort every day, and that's it. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's the video. Thanks, guys. That was decent. Yes.